I love the Sega Dreamcast. It's one of my all-time favorite consoles ever released. Even though it represents the end of Sega as a hardware manufacturer, it also represents a period when the company was highly experimental and creative. Some of Sega's most beloved franchises came from the Dreamcast, including Shenmue, Choo Choo Rocket, Jet Grind Radio, and then there's Seaman. Think of it as an evolution of the digital pet fad of the late 90s. Seaman was a virtual companion that you would take care of and, well, get to know as a friend, but more on that later. Let's take a look at the package. This is Seaman for the Sega Dreamcast, and you can tell by the box that this is going to be an unusual game. Let's go ahead and open it up. Inside, you'll find a microphone adapter for the controller. This is actually how you communicate with Seaman, and this other piece here is the microphone that plugs into it. Seaman is impossible to play without the microphone peripheral, so make sure if you're buying this game used online that it comes with a microphone. You just plug it in like so, and then it goes into your controller. Let's see what else is in the box. Well, of course you have the game itself. The cover is so weird. I remember seeing this game advertised back in the day in magazines and in game stores that I would visit and just thinking to myself, what the heck is this? Inside we have a couple more inserts. This one's pretty important. This is for use of the microphone for voice recognition input. I'm not sure what else you would use a microphone for, but hey. And here are the instructions for connecting it to the controller. Let's go ahead and do that. It just snaps in like so, and you're good to go. Alright, we're ready to play some Seaman. In promoting this game, Sega really spared no expense, even going as far as setting up an entire website dedicated to the supposed discovery of Seaman by a famous French explorer. The site isn't up anymore, but you can still view an archive of it on the Wayback Machine. They even got Leonard Nimoy, that's right, Spock, to do the narration.
Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. You'll witness before you a phenomenon like no other, a man of the sea, Seaman. This legendary creature will be dependent on you for its life's blood. You'll begin right here in Gasset's laboratory. Where is this laboratory? What awaits you within? You have no idea what Seaman is or how it evolves. This is something you must find out for yourself, as there is little documentation to help you on your way. My name is Leonard Nimoy, and I will be your guide. Well, this is your first day with the Seaman kit. Your first step will involve preparing the tank for Seaman's arrival. Adjust the tank settings to be an adequate temperature with sufficient oxygen. While adjusting, keep in mind that blue is the color of the sea, and thus an appropriate color for the care of Seaman. Then take the egg from the storage matrix and place it in the tank. The water's temperature is key to the hatching of the egg. Once hatched, the Nautilus will play a very important role in Seaman's development. Each time you visit this laboratory, I'll be here to offer advice and guidance. If you tire of my voice, you may press the start button to skip at any time. Very well. Let us proceed to the tank.
After saving to your VMU unit for the first time and hearing Spock's intro, you're finally ready to play some Seaman. Except you're presented with a dirty brown tank with no fish person in sight. That's because actually raising a Seaman takes a lot of preparation and time. A lot of time. I can't stress that one enough. Seaman isn't a game about instant gratification. It's an exercise in patience, and the tedious controls don't help break the feeling that this game can be mind-numbingly boring at times. The first step is to heat the tank up to an acceptable temperature, somewhere between 15 and 19 degrees. Then, you need to add oxygen to the tank. You can just max that one out to 100. Once both of those things are done, you can drop in an egg. But oh no, you're not even close to hatching a Seaman yet. You first have to go through a complex life cycle that involves a completely different life form. And God help you if you screw any of these steps up. because you'll be waiting even longer. For instance, if you overheat the tank, the only thing you can do is wait because there's no option to cool it down. And the temperature keeps rising long after you've let go of the button. So really, you just have to know to let go of the button before you get to the number that you want to get to. With everything set up, drop the egg in by holding X and the right trigger at the same time. Why not just one button? The game has buttons that aren't even used. Anyway, you drop in the egg and then, you guessed it, you wait. You'll know everything is good if you see the egg bobbing up and down in the water. For the sake of time, I've sped this process up about 500%. Alright, once your egg is hatched into little hatchling things, now you need to get them eaten by the nautilus, which is a weird squid-like creature that also lives in the tank. You do this by tapping on the glass and attracting the hatchlings to the nautilus, which then eats them when it feels like it. And you guessed it, when it's not eating them, you're just waiting. But after all of this is done, then you get to see one of the most gratuitous deaths in video game history. Seriously, it's kind of disturbing. Kind of like how the Chestbursters in Alien come popping out. After all that, you finally have some semen. Now you can finally begin interacting with them. Well, sort of. Hello? No, hello? 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 I'm talking to a virtual fish. Hello? 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 What am I doing with my life? Hello? 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 What are words? What are words? Parap? Hello? Ah! After even more hours, days even, of waiting, you should finally have a seaman you can talk to. And he will talk to you only when he feels like it. Was all of that waiting worth it? The countless hours, was it worth it? I don't...
There are a lot of really amazing things about the internet, but as with everything else, it's not completely perfect. Think of it this way. You can do almost anything on the internet. Work, shop, chat, get the news, play games, listen to music, and pretty much anything else you want to do. That's all terrific, but pretty soon people won't even need to leave their homes in order to conduct their daily business. You humans are going to get lazier and less mobile, and forget how to deal with each other face to face. I think things could get pretty ugly a few decades down the road. Do you think the internet is dangerous?
I think I've had enough Seaman for a lifetime.
Something really bad.
Oh no.
Something really bad. 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 Something really bad.